Ariz, and now the topic. My lecture is electricity. Electricity, as you can see all around you, if you look at that light there, it's powered by electricity. When electricity goes through a light bulb, the filament gets all heated up, and the argon gases, a sort of chemical reaction occurs, which makes the light happen. Electricity is more for just light. Electricity is the one thing that is hidden among our houses and is right now, this very moment, charging up us. But let's say, what about a simple circuit? Well, a simple circuit. Let's talk about circuits. Circuits are the path in which the electricity needs to flow through. First, let's start with complete and incomplete circuits. If you look at this diagram, over here is a picture of a circuit. There's a wire, a battery, and a switch. A battery is obviously powers the electricity to the light bulb in order to make it light. And this here is a switch. When you press it, the circuit can be turned on and off. And if a circuit wire is all binded together, it can flow through. That's called a complete circuit. If there's a break in the circuit, what would you call it? Well, you'd call it an incomplete circuit. An incomplete circuit happens when the wire is broken or damaged. If the wire is broken or damaged, the electricity will not be able to flow through. Then the light bulb won't light. And now let's get to the point of series and parallel circuits. First, let's start with parallel circuits. They are very mainly used around here. Why? Because parallel circuits have different branches here. So every single bulbs do not share their energy. You see, since they're branches, the electricity is divided and then is going through them at the one time. So all the bulbs are very bright. That's why both of those lights are bright. And now let's get to the point of series circuits. This is a series circuit. It only has one path for bulbs to flow. They're always sharing energy, so the bulbs are very dim. If your house was a series circuit, these two lights would be very dim, and we wouldn't be able to see. So that's why every single circuit in our house, everywhere, in our school, everywhere, it will be a parallel circuit, because there's so many places maybe there's a computer here right now that you need to power. Maybe there's more lights around here. And now let's get to the point. But why does a wire? What does a wire have inside it? What does it make to have electricity flow through? For that, we have conductors and insulators. Insulators are any products that do not conduct electricity. For example, paper or cardboard, and fabrics like this bedsheet. They don't conduct electricity. That means they don't like electricity to pass through them. That's why your wire isn't made of some sort of, something, maybe a rock or something. But conductors, like a metal. Metals conduct electricity very well. So keep away from live wires, okay? Keep away from that, because if you touch conductors that have electricity that electricity is charging through them at one moment, poof, you'll get electric shock. Almost 90 or 80 kilowatts of electricity volts of electricity is enough to kill an adult. So I'm advising you, keep safe from electricity. But now let's get to the point. Where does electricity come from? Electricity comes from powerhouses. Sorry about that. Electricity comes from powerhouses. They are located very far away. There are many different types of electricity in which you can generate power. Some powerhouses are dams. like a turbine dam, for example. It generates electricity from water. Water, if electricity is generated from water, it's called hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity is also very mainly used. There are many dams in Pakistan, everywhere. The Bela Dam, Mangla Dam, anyhow. And now let's go into point 3 others. There's another point called thermal electricity. That electricity comes from burning chicken manure, coal, oil, gas, natural gas, so on. But natural gas is very bad for the environment. When the factories burn the the natural resources, the smoke is released from them and it pollutes our air, which makes it difficult for humans to breathe. So if you want to save energy, I recommend you should usually walk and use your bike or other things that do not require electricity to run on, like your scooter, for example. Not that kind of scooter with an engine, the other one that you can just use your legs to power it. Those kind of things. You should use them often because they do not do any air pollution or land pollution. Okay, we can talk about that some other time. And now let's get to the point. Electricity is very dangerous. And now the other type of electricity is called nuclear electricity. It comes from a very radioactive metal called uranium. Uranium is quite rare, and it's very radioactive. So if you split it, the energy released will be used to produce electricity. There are about 2 nuclear plants in Pakistan. One is about to be installed. I don't know what it is. And now let's get to the last thing. Did you know that some animals can generate their own electricity? There is an organism called the electric eel. You should never ever touch it, okay? I recommend you never ever touch an electric eel if you see one. An electric eel has 3 special electric organs. 2 of them generate weak electricity, but they're the bigger one that uses all that electricity to create some sort of electric field. So if it identifies prey, like if there's a fish and it knows that this is a fish that he should eat, so what? He will just stun it. Stunning means that like hitting it, and then it just pauses and it goes into comas. So an electric eel then surrounds it and then electrocutes it, which makes the fish fall into coma, and then it will eat it up. Electric eels can generate up to 120 volts, even or possibly more. It's more than enough to kill probably 2 people. That's all for now. Goodbye. Guess